right, welcome back to Fantastic Fridays here on News Talk 93 FM. And now, for me here, the song that you know what time it is. It is time for Talk Ting with Kim. And for this week's discussion, our topic will be the effects of an absent mother.
Yeah.
So this one was, once again, as we said earlier, a topic in honor of the upcoming Mother's Day. We wanted to find a very relevant conversation. And one of the things that I realized is that everybody and their mother loves, yes, and look at the statement, everybody and their mother, right? Love to talk about absent fathers and fathers not doing what they're supposed to do and fathers not playing their role and how 3/4 of the criminals in Jamaica right now, they were only grown by single mothers and all of that. You know, it's a whole discussion. But I don't think we really looked into the effects of an absent mother.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, I always value interaction. I always value feedback. I always value your questions. So if it is that you have any questions, you want to add something to it, maybe you even have a personal story because you yourself didn't really have your mother playing an active role in your life, then feel free to share that as well, all right? So this is actually a very timely conversation too, because just about 3 days ago, I found out that there's this young girl, a young lady I used to work with, and she just had a daughter like 3 months ago, and she passed away.
The daughter passed away?
No, the mother passed away, and that just, it cut me deep. Like, it just broke my heart because no, it's like, you know, growing up, I always had schoolmates that would say, oh, their father died before they were born or something. But you got from that side of the coin. So no, I'm preempting that. Oh my God, she go and grow up and only hear stories of her mother.
Yeah.
And her mother was just such a lovely personality, sweet, kind, jovial, that one of the biggest smiles, and then to just know that someday her father gonna be telling her stories. Oh, your mother used to do this, you know. It was just so heartbreaking, and I think it's just a very timely topic when we talk about absent mothers, because absent mothers don't only mean mothers who just give up them rights and just play their part. You know, it can be absent because of loss. Mm-hmm. It can be absent because it's not everybody have to work to make ends meet.
Yeah, you know the situation with most, you know, a good amount of Jamaican mothers. Them say, boy, listen, me go overseas, go look work and come back.
Exactly. I will left you with grandma and this, which is a lot of my friends as well grew up like that.
Yeah.
Their mother migrated and they grew up with their grandmother. Mm-hmm. You know, eventually probably they migrated too, but for a good chunk of them life, they didn't have their mother there physically, maybe over the phone, but not physically. And then we also have the mothers who, bear in mind that nowadays they have kids having kids. So especially the younger you have them, it's like you feel like you're missing out on some part of your life. So even when you have the child, you're out going partying, you're with everybody else. Even that plays a part.
Or probably they have the child and they still have to go back to school.
And that too, because you have some teenage mothers who have to go back.
So
I say all that to give you different mindsets to have. So when we're talking about absent mothers, we know everybody just chastise like, oh, the mother they want to play them part. No, there's a lot of mothers who are doing the best that they can do, to be honest. And with what life has given them, and them a try, right? So now we're gonna get into the effects of an absent mother.
Yeah.
So our mothers are usually the first and most significant relationship that we have as humans. Not having a mother present in our childhood or having a relationship that was too damaging to hold on to can impact on our sense of loss and lead us to feel more vulnerable when becoming a new parent ourselves. For some, our mothers may have been physically absent, as I was saying earlier, while in other cases, a mother may have actually been physically present but not emotionally available or connected with her children. An absent mother profoundly shapes a child's emotional landscape, leaving a lasting impact on their psychological well-being and relationship dynamics. And that's actually very interesting because that's one of the stories when I was doing research on this today. Somebody had posted basically a little blog saying that, boy, when they were younger, they were very disrespectful to their mother. But for them, even though people bash them and say, boy, you're ungrateful and you're wicked or whatever, because you shouldn't be like that. Bear in mind, it was an American. Let me put that out there because, you know, we don't play that out here. But he said he was blatantly disrespectful to it. No, it was actually a female. She was blatantly disrespectful. And for her, She said she did that because she just wanted her mother to care enough to correct her. Because she knew she was wrong. She knew she'd be, what she's doing shouldn't be done, but she just didn't pay that care. She said, actually, what she realized is that her disrespect was met with disrespect.
Yeah.
So that was just their relationship. They just kept shouting at each other. They never got physical, but that was just their time with each other. Disrespect with disrespect, and that's all she knew. And inwardly or deep down, she really wanted her mother to actually, come and have a conversation. Try to understand why you're reacting. Try reach out and share some experiences and learn. Say, you went through stuff too, something. But her mother was just not emotionally available.
Well, this one coming in from Sean on the WhatsApp line. He said, I lost my mom in 2022. My mom is no more. It's very difficult for me. So I want to send condolences out to Sean. Definitely sending some strength as well. And we know this time might be
especially with the season. Yeah.
So definitely try and find, as we would say, those other motherly figures, to lean on, because you're trying to not here, but hopefully you have somebody there that can step in, whether it's auntie or grandma or whatever, to kind of give you that same motherly love, or just to be there, fill in the gap, but definitely. Man, I'm
really sorry to hear that, Sean, because that's something that honestly I can't imagine. I know life and everybody eventually, just life, the cycle of life, but it's just not something we can make even the piece, just the idea.
Yeah, I mean,
so I can only imagine. I can't even begin to imagine. That's just the reality. And Bad Girl Chevy said, I think absent mothers hit the toll difference because no bond better than a mother and daughter. Sometimes post-mortem can cause suicidal thoughts. So good me did firm this because I know I would do it. She said, I have my 2 kids and I still go out still and social media life. No child nor nobody can stop me. We're not saying that you can't go out, and you can't have a social media life. Don't think that's what we're saying. Yeah. We're saying the mothers that literally, if you check it 3/4 of the time, their kids are always with somebody else. And them the streets like the white line, right?
Try to do what's
every chance them get them out the road, and if you check it out, it's really them aunt or grow the child or whatever. That's what we're talking about. Because we're not saying mothers need to just dedicate them life to kids. Yeah. You still have a life. You're still an individual, and there's still things that you love. So of course, still go party. Of course, still there. So if that's your thing, do it. Yeah. But don't let that be all that you're doing.
Don't let that take away from the child. And also another situation that comes to mind as well. I mean, we might easily, see the other way. But for most of, for some of them, for those who are co-parenting, sometimes the child stays with the father.
Yeah.
So that mother is not physically there. So what happens in those cases?
Exactly. And then, as we said earlier, you also have mothers who are there physically, but they're emotionally unavailable, right? So probably they themselves have gone through things that they've been scarred from. It can be that because the relationship with the dad never worked out, as we've seen in some news stories as well, especially the mother who threw her baby off the building. That one was definitely, she heartbroken, so the man no want her, and she reacted. So you have a lot of different cases that we can't just think of an absent mother as a woman that's not there. Right? There's a whole heap of scenarios. As Bad Girl Chevy said, careless business that when it comes to the whole just being out at parties all day, every day, and not being there for your kids. Do you have anything to add so far, Envy?
Not really, but I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
With a lot of the points, I think, emotionally unavailable. I think that is probably the number one thing affecting, I would say, if there was an issue with mothers in Jamaica, which there usually is.
Yeah.
But if we should pinpoint one, I would say that one. Mothers being emotionally unavailable, and it could be as a result of them having to play so many roles.
Yeah, and the overburden
discussion.
Well, make us say, I think the worst case is when the mother resents the child. That's another one I never even drop on my list, Because you do have, especially you have some mothers, for example, me here say, boy, you look like your father, and because you dislike everything about the man, you automatically get this dislike just because of resemblance, And then you also have mothers, because the same story where the woman said she would constantly disrespect her mother, hoping that she would correct her. She said that her mother never had, as in her grandmother, wasn't no better.
Yeah.
So her mother grew up seeing that, never really know the emotional the nurturing side. So she not used to it, so it's now a cycle. So she realized that even though she upset with her mother, she knew it came from the generation. And then now she's saying that she not sure she want to have kids because she don't think she emotionally equipped, because she never saw that, neither her grandmother nor her mother. So all these things play a part, and this is one of the things that we discussed once upon a time about trauma. The reality is, if not almost everybody, absolutely everybody has been traumatized by something in our life, and it's for us to sit down and analyze it, try to have discussions about it, probably with loved ones, close ones, or the best person is someone trained in it, right? Find a psychologist, and you have some free ones as well in the healthcare centers and stuff. Guys, do some research. Even the guidance counselor, God bless how much time you go to guidance counselor. In other words, while they were there, I never went to her. If anything, I just because the nurse would have left the pills with her, I'm gonna need the pills. I never went there because I never saw it as important. But for students as well, especially with what's happening in the schools, and then use up the guidance counselor them, because we think them can get a whole heap of advice. You understand? So let's get more into the topic.
Yeah.
So understanding the absent mother impact. An absent mother, due to separation, emotional distance, or loss, leaves a significant void in emotional nurturing. This absence affects more than just the maternal bond. It influences the child's entire emotional development. So I hope you guys will consider this when, let's say for example, you're pursuing a partner and you realize that this person just not let you into their world emotionally. Them not, most things that you'd expect from a woman, for example, that them just closed off.
Yeah.
There is no tenderness, there is no nurturing. Sometimes you have to check the roots. It could be something from either a mother not physically being there or a mother being there but not necessarily playing her role to the best of her ability. Same thing with men. A lot of men, because of the trauma that they've gone through, them just shut up, them cloak themselves and going on shell. And sometimes because the mother wasn't there, I think when a man grows with only men, there's that level of toughness, right? Because that's all the men know, so they're teaching what they know. You can't ever bash them.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily emotionally inclined. They weren't built that way, so they're teaching what they know, right? So they're going to teach us to be a man, be tough, accept your responsibilities. It's the way you have to do it. I wouldn't feel to do it. Those are the things that are being taught. But without the nurturer there, the emotional part not gonna ever get tapped into. And then a lot of wives know and girlfriends know, say, boy, no matter how much I talk to him, or no matter whatever, or worse, if suicide happened, when could I talk to me? They don't know how to.
Yeah.
That's the reality. They don't know how to. Probably the figures, the people they looked up to were men, and the men as well are going to teach you how to be men. So that's why I think at the end of the day, a balance is necessary.
Yeah, man, and as God
That is why you need to have mothers and fathers.
And as God say on the WhatsApp line here, you can be physically present indeed, but not emotionally connected.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's something to consider. So now we want to give you some behavioral indicators of an absent mother's impact. So we're going to list some impacts that come as a result of this. My girl Chevy says, so real. That's my baby father. I'm going like, that's what my baby father going like. But me I go buy one thing and curve out to me. On it.
I want to do bad girl. The bad girl, I have an example for you.
No, but I like that because that's the thing, guys. We want to hear your experiences. We want to hear how you relate to it because that's how we know that, all right, we are hit valid topics. And that's really what Talk the Ting with Kimmie is about. So that's why I say every single week, if there's any topics that you would like us to address, feel free to send us a DM on Funtastic 93 FM, or you can send us a text or WhatsApp at 876-792-3530. Almost no topic is off limits, and I'll do the research and definitely come to you with it. All right. So that said, some impacts that we need to look out for. One that is very popular: attachment and trust issues. Let me reiterate that one here because I feel like a lot of people have this trauma in our life and it's affecting our relationships or friendships, like they ship them in our life.
Yeah.
Right? So attachment and trust ship the boats.
Yeah.
The huge boats in our lives. Yeah, it's affecting that, right? So when a child experiences maternal absence during crucial development periods, especially during the younger ages, it can impede the establishment of secure attachment patterns. Children may develop attachment disorders manifesting as either clinginess, so one or the other, clinginess, or emotional detachment. So you might have somebody who, for some reason, them just cling on for you, and other people find it annoying. Some partners find it annoying. Friends probably see it as, I mean, I've had friends who, once them round me, them would touch my ears and stuff. I mean, I say, oh, what do you? But that could be their cleanness. That's their comfort. Right? I used to have a friend when she was resting her elbow on my shoulder and I playing on my hair while standing beside me. And it's the strangest thing. Right? So, but that is their thing. And they probably don't even notice it. Them just say, boy, I'm clingy. That's what people like to say. Them don't know the source, They just say, boy, I'm clingy. Then you have the opposite to the coin. Because they were abandoned by the mother, whether physically or emotionally, them not trust no. If my mother can left me a road, anybody can left me a road. So I'm not allowing anybody into that safe space for you to left me too. You understand?
But there's a specific name for all of that.
What name?
It's called attachment theory.
Attachment theory.
Yeah, discuss all of that. So how you react to your parent leaving the room when you were young, and then that translates to how you probably deal with the same kind of abandonment or attachment. Check it out.
I'm gonna do some research because I like learning these new things, Bad girl, she always say, I love slap people and laugh. Listen.
Hello,
But yes, the absence of a consistent maternal figure may lead to difficulty trusting others and regulating your emotions. This may result in an excessive reliance on other relationships as well, hindering the child's ability to develop independence and self-assurance. So, I remember I've been in schools or spaces where sometimes some kids just take to you. Yeah. And we understand that some people, as them say, them take your spirit or your spirit, something like that. Yes, that one. I was
to take your spirit though.
The spirit take you. But outside of that, you have some kids that they're yearning for that. So the closest person to that should have even an ounce of kindness, they're like, oh, this person care about me, and then they will stick to you like glue.
Last year, I was a part of a summer school program. One of the teachers, I tell you, like some of the people, I don't know if probably I don't want to assume,
Yeah.
But you get that one presenter said, why these people do they have that father figures at home?
Yeah.
Come I tell you, it's like of course they must see somebody like them can talk to and ramp with and that kind of vibe. So probably that option is not accessible to them.
Yeah.
So it's like them listen, I come back tomorrow if you do this. I'm like, you can't do this at home as well. But boy, you get to see what's happening, especially, probably as we said, probably inner city.
And they cling to almost anybody, whether a teacher, whether them neighbor, all that. Because I remember there's this girl, when I was growing up, there's this little boy who was 6. And I tell you, every day named day, this little boy used to come at minutes to 6.
Yeah.
I said, Kimmie! And him parents used to go on the road and stuff, and him just want to spend the time with us.
Yeah.
Right? At one point, we just own him as one away. Right? He went home at 9 p.m. and came here minutes to 6 every day.
Ready up again.
Like at some point, I'm sure parents feel like,
But after parents targeted, I just said them I just said sometimes kids find a way to kind of get the support
that they need.
This one coming in from Sean on the WhatsApp. He's saying, guys, please talk about the topic of toxic parenting in Jamaica. If you can bring that up next week.
I'm gonna, Sean, thank you for that, guys. When I tell you to send me topics, I mean it, They see, since you tell me that, I'm gonna work on that.
Toxic is a broad term.
No, but I already get what I'm trying to get
at. There are elements in parenting that can be said.
That's even something that I've seen as healthy.
Yeah. So that's why we're going to discuss it.
Toxic that's broad. But anyway, if we go back to attachment, with the whole attachment thing and with mothers being emotionally unavailable, I don't know if you will touch on relationships and
I will. Don't go into it too much as yet. I'm almost there. Right? So another indicator, we just mentioned attachment and trust issues. Another one is self-esteem challenges. So low self-worth often stems from internalizing the lack of maternal presence. So this is something I mainly see in the movies, right? So I'm assuming there's some real life element to it where whether it's the mother or the father, once they leave a child's life, the child is left wondering, were they worth it?
Yeah.
No, you understand?
No,
I'm not saying, I mainly see it in movies, but I figure it's a reality for a lot of people.
Yes, okay.
So, as I said, it's affecting self-esteem. Oh, wasn't I lovable? You never value me enough to stay here.
Yeah.
Whereas if the child, the parent goes on to have other kids and spending more time over there, so that's another thing that we see a lot.
Jamaica.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The kids after actually get a proper mother and a proper father compared to you, who probably was a I mean, quote unquote, we don't like to hear it, but it's reality. We never planned for, right?
Yeah.
Probably when you're younger, probably 19, 20, whatever, but now you're mature, you plan a family, you actually settle down with somebody, and now those children are getting that maternal affection compared to the one we never really planned for, because you there figure out life as well.
Or worse, if you're married and fix up your life.
Yeah, and your life better this so.
Yeah.
Right? It's something to consider, and I think that's why we need to be very careful of the decisions that we make, because we may not even see how it affect nobody yet, but as adults, then we start with certain things, certain reactions, and we start understand, say, there's more to the actions that we did as parents, right? Bad girl said, today my daughter asked if me and her dad fall out.
Wow. I see the kids them.
And they're trying to understand the dynamic.
Not alone understand, but they are paying attention.
They are, and how they know it is that the mother and father was in the same space and correlate, and everybody and all of that.
One person stop showing up and one person start come at a different time.
Or maybe stay over here house then next weekend. Yeah, so no matter what come around with mine. And worse if their friends have the usual nuclear family. You see every day your parents are come pick you up from school and both of them come walk you in, and then we can barely see my right? All of those things play a part, right? Another thing is emotional dysregulation. So commonly, difficulties in managing emotions lead to outbursts or withdrawal. So they can't manage them feelings, so them react in ways that don't make no sense. They have withdrawn, them completely going on and shell, right? So they may grapple with feelings of inadequacy, rejection, and as we said, low self-esteem. Some may develop anxiety as well, or depression, grappling with unresolved grief or longing for the maternal presence.
No, you can see where in Jamaica that's happening.
Yeah, it is.
Where they don't
dominant.
feel worthy, they have low self-esteem and self-worth manifest in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like how most of the females look alike, meaning how they wear the same hair, they wear the same clothes, they do the same things, talk the same way. That's low self-worth.
That's true.
To belong.
You can't individualize yourself basically. You're just following because that is what looks good. Yeah. That's true. And then the last two before we go to the break, they also develop, or another indicator is anxiety and abandonment fear. So the fear of abandonment can lead to insecurity in relationships, and that is one we're going to discuss a bit more after the break. But the abandonment issue, so either, as I said, them not trust nobody to stick around, so them not allow themselves to get used to you, or them no matter what, even when the relationship toxic or the friendship toxic, them just needed to stay. Them will beg, them apologize, don't go, don't be a next person that leaves my life. And you wonder, like, that serious, we're not that deep, but for them it's really deep because you are filling a void for them per se, right? And the final one, an indicator of it, is repeating patterns. There's a tendency to recreate the absent mother dynamic in other relationships. So as I said, most time when mothers didn't have a proper or a quote unquote good mother, they as well basically don't put out the best foot when it comes to being a mother as well. So those are some indicators. We're gonna get more into some effects after the break. I love the feedback so far. As Bad Girl Chevy says, some people put the kids between it, and that's a next toxic trait.